How do you get through the difficult times in your life? How do you push through and persevere? Are bad things happening to you, or are these just added things that remind you that you are indeed alive? Let's talk about it. Welcome to It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking? Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for another episode of It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking? I don't know what's going on in your worlds, but I seem to have a lot going on in mine these days. And man, the stress, it's in the air. I'm waking up with it. I'm going to sleep with it. I seem to be carrying it with me wherever I go. And I'm sure for some of my loved ones, they see the stress precede me in any room I enter. Quite simply, I'm going through some adversity right now. Not everything I set in motion is moving forward as planned. And I know that it's also keeping me from doing other things I would like to start, which is, guess what? Contributing further to my sense of stress right now. For the first time in my life, I'm sensing the onset of anxiety and sometimes even panic. So that's not sustainable. Clearly, I need a reset. I need to use some of the skills I've learned along the way for how to manage through adversity. And I thought I'd walk through it this week in the hopes that maybe it helps you too. One recommendation is the easiest, and that is breathe. Move yourself into a quiet space. Force yourself, if you have to, into a place where you can be alone with your thoughts for a few minutes. Breathe in to a count that is comfortable for you. Hold it for a count that is comfortable for you. And breathe out to return yourself to center. One round of breathing not enough? I get you. Keep doing it. No worries. Just keep going. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, and keep going until you feel your heart rate come back down to a steady state level. And until you feel your mind come back to center. The second strategy comes from Stoicism, which is increasingly something I'm co-opting into my own ethos, and that is to take stock of the things you can control. More often than not, the things that are stressing us are things that we have no control over. Big things like COVID, the economy, the state of politics. Can't control any of that. Small things like how people respond to you, or maybe project dependencies. You may have influence in some of those things, but the nature of them is that they are things you can't control. Stoicism would say, be indifferent about this. Be indifferent about that which you can't control. I don't know if that's the best advice, but certainly mentally getting to a place where you can choose to not give those things power can be a healthier place to be. And focusing on what you can control in a situation returns that power center back to you. And when we feel we're in control, often our mental state comes back down to center. We feel placated. We feel calm. Okay, calmer. The final thing I want to share this morning is perspective. Of the things you can control, getting back to Stoicism, your attitude is entirely in your control. What happens to your mental health when you decide to think, I get to be stressed today? If you have the luxury of sensing stress, it's also a validation that you are alive. You can feel, you can sense. You're alive enough to feel stressed, and that is a blessing in and of itself. Perspective is also what enables us to shift from feeling victimized, I have to go to work today, to a place of gratitude. I get to go to work today. I get to solve problems. I get to tackle adversity today. Adversity means I have opportunities to show the world what I'm capable of. These aren't cure-alls. If you're feeling down, that's okay. Feel down. Have yourself a little pity party if you need. But cap it. Allow yourself, 5 minutes. A 5-minute pity party. And then resolve to pick yourself up and move on. Find your way back to center. Acknowledge what you can and can't control, and choose the perspective you use to approach your day or that project or that big problem facing you down. The perspective you choose in the face of adversity is the stimuli that other people around you are forced to respond to. And as leaders, we have to be hypersensitive to what we are carrying around or into a situation. whatever that is how our teams are going to respond to us. So we have to be mindful of how we respond to stress. And above all, give yourself some grace. Life is hard. Living can be tough. Find that greater blessing in how tough life can be and believe in yourself. Because you can move past this adversity. You can move past the challenges that face you. And you get to tackle whatever awaits you this week. Challenge yourself to view adversity as an opportunity, not a chore. So, breathing, a healthy dose of stoicism, and maintaining perspective. These are all just some of the strategies we can use to move through and embrace the adversity in our lives. As always, feel free to share your thoughts with me on this topic and maybe some strategies that you have for moving through adversity. And let's learn from each other, and above all, let's make it through the blessing that is this week. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see you next week on It's Monday with Jonathan Thinking.